All right, what's going on, guys? So we are back with another episode. Right now, let me go ahead and click on this and let me turn off all of the effects. So we're back on doing our online film school. Right now, what I am going to do is I'm simply going to be, for the first course or for the first video, I'm simply going to be letting you guys know what program, what software, what editing software I'm using, and also how I set up my, I guess my sequence in the process of editing. So the clip that you will see, let me go ahead and play it. That clip that you're seeing right now is filmed in 4K. It is filmed with, let me turn off those. My apologies. It is filmed in 4K, 20 frames per second, and it's filmed in S-Log3. Now, a lot of you might ask why S-Log3. I was just testing out some different settings. I always like to dive into like different settings and just try them out differently. I don't like to always stick to the same thing. I feel like, you know, being able to dive into different settings in the camera just allows you to know your camera a lot more. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. I just want to explain why the image looks so flat, and how you can get that. S-Log3 would be the settings for it. So for today, like I was saying, I'm going to be talking about the program that I use. I'm not going to go too much into detail. I just want to let you guys know what software I'm currently using to edit my videos, and then also how I set up, or basically what functions I utilize to edit in this software. So the program that you're seeing before you is Adobe Premiere Pro 2020. And a lot of you may ask, if you did follow me before, what happened with Sony Vegas. And Sony Vegas is an awesome program. I just feel like it was limiting me and not giving me the flexibility that Adobe Premiere Pro does give me. As far as whenever I'm trying to color correct, maybe I just didn't go too into detail with the program, but I did use it for a while. So I ended up purchasing that program, utilizing it, and I feel like I was limiting myself. And so I decided to become a part of the Adobe family. I got a membership with them, pay monthly. I think it's like $52, and you get loads of programs. I think honestly the pricing that they've done, it's incredible. I mean, you get loads and loads of programs, anywhere from Lightroom to Photoshop to After Effects, Premiere Pro, character animation, Adobe Illustrator, so on and so forth. You get so many different programs that you can utilize, and you can also utilize those programs on your phone, so it's kind of like a dual service. So yeah, I definitely had to jump on Adobe. Even the basic plugins that come with Adobe, I feel like they do give you a lot more to work with. The color. Now, let me go ahead and speak about the pros and cons before I just give all the praise to, you know, to Premiere Pro. Sony Vegas does give you a lot more transitions right off the bat. Like, they give you a lot more transitions, which is good to utilize, but they're limited on color correcting. I feel like personally, as far as color correcting, I would utilize Adobe Premiere Pro. If you don't want to spend the additional dollars, if you feel like you're, you know, I don't want to spend too much money, I want to, you know, get the transitions directly from the program, well, you can go with Sony Vegas. But if you don't mind spending, you know, a couple of extra dollars, there are a lot of creators out there who create transitions, and I think they are great. You have, there's one called, I want to say his name is BKJ Productions or BJK, I can't remember, don't quote me on that. but he has amazing transitions. Man, just go on YouTube and do your research. There's a lot of YouTubers that create their own transitions and then they sell them, which is something I will be doing. I will be creating my own transitions and then, you know, being able to sell them for, you know, not a crazy amount of money. I know that, and I understand that there's a lot of creators out there that would like to, but you know, they might not have the amount of money to spend on so much. I think I've probably invested about $1,000 just on transitions and color correcting, LUTs, all of that. So yeah, I know it's a lot of money to invest into. But with that being said, guys, this is the program, Adobe Premiere Pro 2020. You have all your tabs across the top. You have tab 1, which is learning. That basically gives you just a rundown, like, you know, where to start here. It gives you a 2-minute video, basically just previewing the program of Premiere Pro. You have another video that's learn the basics. So basically, you know, what are the basics? What can you do with the program? And then you have your skills and projects, so on and so forth. So you can check those videos out. The next tab is for assembly. It's basically everything that you have in your program, how you want to assemble it, your editing, color, effects, audio, graphics, libraries, cores. The 2 tabs that I personally utilize always, and I stick to these religiously, are effects, because I feel like everything that you need is in these 2 windows. So effects, if you look down here at the bottom, this is basically gonna be like all of your like projects, like so projects, like everything that you've uploaded to utilize for that video will be right here. And then so that's that. And then like you have your effects tab up here. You have your Lumetri scopes, and I'll speak a little bit more into that, into depth of what that is. On your right hand side, you have your effects. So you're talking about your presets. If you create a preset and you want to use that same preset on another video, it'll always be saved there. You have your audio transitions, your audio effects, you have your video effects, your video transitions, so on and so forth. The list is extensive. So basically everything that I personally use, I feel like I don't need to go out of these 2 tabs, which is effects and then graphics. Now what graphics is it's basically like for all of your titles. If you want to put a title on your video, or if you want to put subtitles on your video, this is the location that you can. And now right off the bat, Adobe gives you a good amount of you know, video, Word, and just different transitions. I've used some, but I've invested into, you can see the list here. These are all different text titles. So you can utilize these, slap those on there, put whatever wording you want on there, and call it a day, just continue editing. So it makes your life a lot easier. I've also purchased loads and loads of transitionings. So with that, like, that's just me though, because this is what I do for a living. This is my profession. But I want to show you guys, because I have a lot of people that question me, that ask me, Louis, how do you edit? Louis, how do you use your settings on your camera? Louis, this, Louis, that. Well, this is your chance. You can go ahead and subscribe to this channel. We have our webpage up. If you're watching it on YouTube, or if you're watching it on my webpage, you can already begin to subscribe, whether it's to my YouTube channel or to my actual page, which is louissanchezfilm.com. You can become a part of it and learn everything that I know I will be teaching. It will not all be in one video, but if you subscribe, you can go ahead and comment. You can ask me if there's any ideas that you may have for videos that you would like to see me do. I am going to be, and this is for this 2020. I know I promised a lot of times in 2019 that I was going to bring you guys along for behind the scenes, but man, life just gets crazy. I have so many clients that I have to get work out to. So that's basically why I couldn't really get to it. But this year I'm really gonna push my best foot forward and I'm gonna bring you guys along with as much as I can, even if I have to purchase a GoPro and just stand it up somewhere and pop a microphone on while I'm filming my clients and speak to you guys while I'm doing that. I will do that just to bring you guys along and give you a lot more content. So if you want to be a part of all of that, you want to be a part of the growth of this channel, but not only the growth of this channel, you want to utilize our growth for your own growth, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you give us your email, make sure that you write to us, let us know, hey, I want to see a color correcting video, I want to see a behind the scenes, I want to see a camera settings video. Whatever it is that you would like to, please go ahead and just subscribe, and that helps us out, because if you do want to get all this information, we need to continue to expand, so that way we can have the time to continue to do videos like this. On this channel, you will definitely be hearing a lot of inspirational things, because I want to let you guys know that 3 years ago, I thought I would never be able to live my dream as a cinematographer, as a filmmaker, and actually do this as a living. But turns out I was very, very wrong. A lot of people continue to push me and say, you have so much talent. Why are you stuck in a 9-to-5 job? And I believed it. I inside of me, I thank everyone from all the jobs that I was able to move up and grow with. I've learned so much in the years that I did spend in these jobs, but I think that I was limiting myself because I was afraid to take a step of faith and actually believe that I had what it took to be able to launch my own company. Long story short, these are things that I'm going to be talking about while I bring you guys along with all of this. But yeah, this is the program, guys, and this is basically one of the images and what I will be talking about in the courses. Become a member and let's create together. So right now, like I said, you have a flat image right in front of you. This is what it will look like before. Once it comes out of your camera, that's what it will look like. Once you have corrected it, this is what it will look like. So it is a night and day image. So you see how all these colors just came to life, and you're like, wow, how did you do that? Well, I will be showing you guys all of these tricks. Let's say you want to make it cinematic. Boom, you throw your bars on there. I will be giving out those bars for free very, very soon. So, but right now I'm literally just setting up my website. I literally opened up my website yesterday and launched it yesterday. So there's not a lot of content on there. Please just bear with us and just continue to support. If you want to learn all of this, if you want to learn how to do things like this, cinematic style visual look, check that out. Boom. And then if we throw some music there in the background, look at that. That's basically a breakdown. That little visual effect that you saw there for the lettering alone. Like, let's go ahead and just play the lettering by itself. Cinematic style visual, boom. And that's basically just a little quick rundown. Another little technique that I want to kind of throw at you guys, and this is a little nugget that I know a lot of people might not know about, but this is something I learned, and it's helped me out a lot, because whenever you're editing a clip, and you don't have, again, this might just be me and how I look at things, but this has helped me a lot. So you might look at this picture and you might say, it looks great, and then you go and you render it out and it looks darker or it looks different. I don't know, that's me. What I like to do is I go to sequence, and then I go to sequence setting, and then at editing mode, I go and I scroll all the way up, because it normally throws this one right here, Red Cinema. For some odd reason, I don't know, it reads the codec from the Sony and it just says it's Red Cinema. So what I like to do is go all the way to custom. I did film this at a 24 frames per second, so that's 23.97. The frame size, your dimensions will be 3840 by 2160, and that's your normal 4K setting. And then down here where you see that it says video previews, this is what really just threw me off, because I noticed that the colors that I wanted to bring out, like, they were looking very weird. So what I did is I did a little bit of research and I found this information. So what I do is I drop it down to P2 DVC Pro 50 NTSC. You don't want to go to PAL, because PAL, if I'm not mistaken, please correct me if I'm wrong, is an overseas setting. So it's not a United States, or it's not a USA setting. So I don't know all the science behind it, but that's the setting. And then that allows you to open up this window, which is your video preview window, and it allows you to switch it over to 3840 by 2160, and it gives you the actual size of what you are editing. Now, another couple of things that you want to know is you want to make sure that your maximum bit depth is checked, and your maximum render quality is also checked. I have all of these three checked, and that just allows me to get the quality that I bring out. If I learn something different aside from that, I will let you guys know, but these are the settings of how I do my videos. This is what the program that I use, and these are the program that I use and the settings that I use. So as far as color correcting, I'm not gonna jump into it, but some of the programs that I use, there's a plugin that I purchased, I believe it's $200, and it's from Big Red, if I'm not mistaken. And the app or the plugin is called Colorista. So Colorista allows you to do a lot of the contrast. So, and it also allows you to do color correcting. But if you go ahead and take the coloring out and you take Colorista out, that is the image that you get. You see how even if I throw the lumetri and I saturate it, you see how it still looks kind of like gone, it looks like flat. What Colorista does is it gives it that last touch and it just pops everything out. So yeah, you can utilize lumetri by itself, or you can purchase Colorista and use both of them together. There is a lot more things that I'm going to dive into as far as the actual process behind color correcting, behind, I'm gonna talk about everything that I know, but I cannot cover it all in one video, and I cannot cover it all if you guys are not helping me out by pushing this channel. So I really do appreciate everything that you guys do, by supporting, by commenting, by liking, by sharing, by telling me what you would like to see, what you would, whether it's a lens that I use, whether it's a setting that I use, whatever the case may be. Make sure you comment down below and you let me know what that is. But that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna talk too much. I know I spoke your ear off, and if you're still on here, thank you so much for being one of those really great supporters. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. This is the program that I use, Adobe Premiere Pro 2020. You can get that from Adobe. The subscription is $52 a month, and you get loads and loads of plugins. If you only want to use Premiere Pro, you don't need the other ones, well then go look at what is the best membership for you. But for me, I really like this. They have a lot of programs to offer. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much. Signing off. I'll see you guys on the next video. Please comment down below what you would like to see from me, and we will try our best to give you exactly what you're asking for. Take care, guys. Peace out.